Well, good morning. It is the morning of section 4 of the MABDR. Roger and I are getting packed up. He's over there, just loaded the bike up. We're kind of in a holding pattern. I need new brake pads, so we need to go find a shop. There is one open today that's about an hour away, and we're going to call them before we start riding there and see if they have brake pads for this bike. And if they don't, then we're just going to be getting on the phone and seeing what we can do, because I probably shouldn't be riding the MABDR without rear brakes. All right, we'll keep you updated. Hey folks, we're back. It is day 4, getting ready to do section 4, although we may not do section 4 today because I had a problem with my brake pads and we're on the hunt to go get new ones. But we're on US 33.
Oh, it's 209.
And we just came up over the top of a mountain and now we're on our way back down. And oh my gosh, what a road. Brand new pavement, but not so new that there's gravel in the road. And these twisties just don't end. I'm telling Roger I can't wait to get back up here with the Goldwing. Ah, this is amazing. And that's what we've been doing for the last 10 minutes before I even turned the camera on. First up and now down. If this car wasn't in front of us, you'd be...
Oh, back to crappy pavement.
Yeah, the pavement isn't as good here, but the road's still pretty awesome. So anyway, that was my little update. Had to show a little bit of this road. Alright guys, we've got our brake pads, and Roger is forcing me to record me trying to put them in. Enjoy. Rabbit is wise, rabbit is good. Alright folks, welcome back. As you can see ahead of us, this is not the MABDR. This is not the fun little back roads running around the area. As I mentioned in a previous video, I needed new brake pads. I got the brake pads and we were going to kind of take the rest of today, kind of chill and start section 4 tomorrow. But what I haven't mentioned in any of these videos is that I spoke to my wife last night back home in North Carolina, 400 miles away, and apparently my water heater kind of shit the bed. Yes, I said a 4-letter word. So Roger and I had a conversation today after I got the brake pads and everything, and he convinced me that yes, you do really need to go home.
Well, in my shoes, if I was in your shoes, my family was at home with no hot water, they would be none too pleased with me if I continued going farther away from home. So it would be wise for you to go home and repair your hot water heater or replace or whatever deemed necessary.
Correct.
And try to stay in the good graces of the family. This whole adventure thing we do takes us away from our families. My wife says too often, but I say not often enough.
Yes.
It's kind of important to stay in the good graces of the family.
Happy wife, happy life.
Indeed.
And last night when she told me what was going on, I knew that I needed to go home. But of course, in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't want to stop Roger from continuing on. And I knew that no matter what I said, no matter what I did, that Roger wasn't going to continue on without me, basically because my rear rotor is shot. And if my rear rotor is shot, anything could happen to those rear brakes on this highway ride on 81, and he was not going to let me do it alone. I knew this, so I was thinking, today we'll get the brake pads put on early, we'll go do at least a good portion of section 4, and then I'd say, all right, let's go back. But it took a lot longer to get the brake pads, to locate them, to get to them, to get them put on. Well, actually, putting them on was not a big deal.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, yep, not bad at all. So it's now 12:30 in the afternoon. So there was no way we were doing much of Section 4, if any, today, because we're still an hour away from the beginning of Section 4. So he told me I needed to make the call, and he kind of nudged me into making the right call. So rabbit is wise, rabbit is good. So we're heading home, folks. And the MABDR trip is done for this time. But we've done 3 sections, and we had an absolute blast. I'm assuming you enjoyed the part of the MABDR you did not do last time.
Oh yeah.
Hey folks. Well, welcome back. Might be a kind of crappy video because I think that the sun's going to be in the wrong place. But I wanted to kind of recap the last day. Kind of stunk. Got up in the morning, went and finally found brake pad. I think I told you about that in the previous video. And made the decision to come home because of the water heater and the stuff going on at the house. But of course, always seems to happen when I leave. But we just completed, I don't know, close to 350 miles on I-81, high speed, high traffic. I mean, for a highway, it's not bad. It's got some pretty cool views and stuff, but it's still a major highway. You know, the speed limit's 70 miles an hour most of the way. That is the end of the trip. Day 1, we stopped, got a tire put on Roger's bike before we actually headed up to Damascus, and we cruised up a little bit into Section 1, stayed at a campground at Raccoon Creek or something like that, Raccoon Branch. And then we rode the MABDR sections 1, 2, and 3. And I had an absolute blast, as you can tell from the video. Thank you so much for watching the whole thing. I hope everyone can stay well, stay safe, most of all, stay happy, y'all. Motoramblings out.